Right now, let's go live to North York. This is where Education Minister Stephen Lecce is making a curriculum announcement.
My best friends has a child here. They were very excited that we were coming, and they wanted me to thank you for all that you do for kids in the community. We really appreciate it. To Kay Wynn, the kindergarten teacher is with us, who's been an incredible advocate. Thank you for joining us. And of course, to Robin Martin, who has been a strong advocate for the people of Eglinton Lawrence and for quality public education, working with us in lockstep as we build the foundational skills of the next generation of thinkers, of leaders, of workers in our economy, in our society. So thank you, Robin, for everything you do, for your good advice and friendship. We are really here to unveil a plan to further strengthen literacy and math skills for Ontario's youngest learners. It's why in the Ontario Human Rights Commission report, they set out a problem. That in our kindergarten program, we do not have those connections, links to literacy and math as updated in the new grade 1 to 8 curriculum. They recommend a overhaul where we have more explicit daily knowledge and learning with respect to reading and math. And obviously they lay out through the science of reading and through the Right to Read report a clear case study for why Ontario must keep our curriculum relevant to the latest evidence and to the labor market needs of our economy. We know many young people over years of challenges have faced some regression in those fundamental skills, those foundational skills that we know will set up these kids for lifelong success. And it's why we're here today, to announce our plan to update the kindergarten curriculum with a very successful full-day play-based learning model that is supported by our teachers and childhood educators. It's part of our plan to go back to the basics for our youngest learners to help ensure they succeed in life. And so we're announcing today that beginning in 2025, the kindergarten curriculum will include new mandatory learning focused on early reading and math and STEM education as recommended by the Right to Read report. It will include explicit, direct instruction as a teaching method where students will receive clear, direct instruction on foundational knowledge and skills before they begin to practice and problem solve on their own. As students progress, they will practice these skills through the play in the classroom. And for the first time, Ontario's kindergarten teachers will be using this approach to support our youngest learners in reading instruction and other focused literacy and math lessons. For example, to help kids build their vocabulary, the teacher may introduce new words while the children are constructing a house while building blocks. This method is one that is backed by the evidence-based research and supported by the findings on the Right to Read report. Additionally, new learning expectations, such as a focus on understanding sound letter relationships, building phonics knowledge, and using specific vocabulary words will be implemented. And to further build foundational math skills, students will start to learn in a very basic way about fractions and codings and patterns. To give another example, students might share shapes or objects among their classmates to understand fractions. The benefit of these changes include a much smoother transition for students entering grade 1 by aligning with other curriculum updates, as we've done with the entire elementary math and language and science technology curriculum. It also supports that back to basics learning by focusing on early development of core foundational skills. The updated curriculum is part of our plan to modernize the curriculum to ensure students have the skills they need in success in life. But we do know that there are some students who will require more support for reading, for example. And it's why today we're announcing $65 million over the next 2 years to support reading intervention for up to 700 teachers with specialized expertise in early reading to provide that instruction to young learners and to really help them get the support they need to get them on track. They work with classroom teachers to determine when an intervention is needed, to help collaborate, especially with our special education teachers and our speech language pathologists. Additionally, starting this school year, our government is providing $12.5 million per year to ensure that students in their second year of kindergarten, all the way to grade 2, are going to be screened for reading abilities using evidence-based tools. Again, a recommendation we are fulfilling through the Right to Read report, and a recommendation of many literacy experts who want that screening to be performed on an annual basis starting in the second year of kindergarten. It allows us to set out a baseline to benchmark a success and to make sure there's support for those kids that may need more help. These updates to the curriculum, to the kindergarten curriculum, are in response to the right to read, as I mentioned. Their overwhelming recommendation was to have more explicit, systematic, direct, province-wide expectations for instruction in foundational reading skills. And we are doing that, part of this plan today. We know that Ontario students are our future, and it's up to us to provide them with the skills necessary to set them up for long-term success. We know that by providing them with the best start, our youngest learners will grow up to become well-rounded, confident citizens who will have the skills and the knowledge to help build this province and country. And so this is positive news for those kids and for the voices of parents and many kindergarten experts like the one behind me who've called for government to do this. And we're ensuring our students are learning from a more modernized curriculum, back to basics, really emphasizing the foundational skills that we know are so critical for the next generation. And as we move forward, we'll continue to work together with all of our partners to help these kids reach their full potential. I want to thank you for this opportunity and now turn it over to Kate Wynn, a kindergarten teacher, for her thoughts on today's announcement. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Lecce. Again, I'm Kate Wynn, a longtime teacher.
And we've been listening to Education Minister Stephen Lecce, who is at Glen Park Public School in North York, making a curriculum announcement for the youngest students, the kindergarten level, with a focus on math and reading, an investment of $65 million from the government.